Hello children, in this session we will see one more important derivation in refraction of light, that is what image formed by curved surface. How to find image formed by curved surface? This is a curved surface, it is a transparent medium. Let us consider this is a principal axis, this is pole. Place the object here where the image formed. To know the nature of image we need two incident rays. One is going from optic center or principal axis and deviates. One more incident ray you take. After refraction it meets beyond the center of curvature. Here the image forms. If you draw a normal exactly goes from center of curvature. Let it be C. Observe children, this incident ray is making some angle with the normal. This is what angle of incidence theta 1 n dash. This is normal. This is what refracted ray, it is making some angle with the normal. This is the angle of refraction theta 2. These two will not be equal. It is not a reflection, it is a refraction. So theta 1 and theta 2 are different. One more important step also you remember here, the angle made by the incident ray with the normal principal axis is alpha. The angle made by the normal with the principal axis is beta. The angle made by the refracted ray with the principal axis is gamma. Now let this is A, this point is A. Imagine children, these are all paraxial lines. Paraxial means the ray which is very close to the principal axis. That means if you draw a perpendicular line P and P dash, these 2 points will be coincide. The distance between P and P dash is negligible. These are called paraxial line. Now what I am going to do in step 1, observe carefully. Step 1, I am finding the relation between theta 1 and theta 2. Theta 1, theta 2 values I am going to find now. How to find theta 1? Take OAC triangle. From triangle OAC, what will happen? From triangle OAC, external angle in a triangle equals sum of opposite interior angles, no? So theta 1 is equal to alpha plus beta, equation number 1. First step I got. Now from another triangle I am taking ACI. Why? Because I want theta 2. So ACI. From triangle ACI, what will happen? External angle beta is equal to theta 2 plus gamma. From this theta 2 is equal to beta minus gamma, equation number 2. I got angle of incidence, I got angle of refraction. This is angle of incidence, this is angle of refraction. If you know angle of incidence and angle of refraction, I told you in last video, we need to substitute in Snell's formula. What is Snell's rule? What is Snell's formula? Snell's formula. Sin I by sin R is equal to N2 by N1 or V1 by V2. N1 means refractive index of first medium, N2 means refractive index of second medium. That I am going to use here. What is I? I is angle of incidence. Angle of incidence is theta 1. So in place of I put theta 1. Beta is nothing but R means nothing but angle of refraction. Angle of refraction is theta 2. Substitute here. Now cross multiply. N1 into sin theta 1 is equal to N2 into sin theta 2. If you know theta 2, theta 1, theta values we know, no? N1 into sin of theta 1 how much? Alpha plus beta is equal to N2 into sin of beta minus gamma. But I told you in starting only, these are all paraxial lines. Paraxial line means line is very close to the principal axis. That means the distance is this distance is negligible. P and P dash coincides. This alpha is almost close to the principal axis. So sin 90 value 1 up to 90 degrees. If it is perpendicular, then it is equal to 1. This angle is almost negligible, no? So you no need to consider theta value. Sin alpha plus beta is almost equal to, here I will write, sin alpha plus beta is almost equal to alpha plus beta. Why? Because sin alpha plus beta is negligible. So sin you can eliminate. Right here, N1 into alpha plus beta is equal to N2 into beta minus gamma. This relation we got, the relation between N1 into alpha beta we got. Now I am going to find step 2. I am going to find the values of alpha beta gamma. alpha, beta, gamma values I will find. See here, very simple. Right angle OAP dash is a right angle triangle. OAP dash, from triangle OAP dash, what will happen? Tan alpha is equal to alpha, opposite side of alpha. What is opposite side? AP dash. AP dash is nothing but AP only. PP dash coincides now for paraxial. These are all paraxial lines. Paraxial means very close to the principal axis. This alpha is negligible. PP dash coincides. Opposite side by adjacent side OP. Alpha is also negligible. So very small. Tan alpha can be written as alpha is equal to AP by PO. Alpha value we got. Similarly, from triangle, this triangle you take CAP dash, CAP dash. Tan beta is equal to opposite side AP by PC. From this you can write it as beta is equal to AP by PC. Similarly, gamma, triangle, this triangle API, AP dash I or API, P and P dash, no problem. Tan gamma is equal to, what will happen? AP by PI. From this, gamma is equal to AP by PI. I got alpha value. This is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. This is equation number 3. This alpha, beta, gamma values I am going to substitute in the relation, this relation. Understand till here? In first step, I calculated the relation between theta 1 and theta 2. So in the next step, I substituted in Snell's formula. Now I got the relation between alpha, beta, gamma and refractive index. Why? Because image formation depends on refractive index also. Refractive index, you see separate video, refractive index, 3 formulas are there. C by V, one more sin I by sin R is equal to N2 by N2 by V minus N1 by U is equal to N2 minus N1 by R. This is the image formed by curved surface. Now this alpha, beta, gamma values I am going to substitute here. Now substitute 1, 2, 3 in equation number 1. This is Roman 1 in equation number 1. What will happen? N1 into alpha plus beta. What is alpha plus beta? AP by PO plus alpha plus beta. AP by PC. N1 into alpha plus beta is completed. N2 into beta minus gamma. This minus this. AP by PC minus AP by PI. Observe children, in total numerator AP is common. Take common and cancel. Then what will happen? N1 by PO plus N1 by PC is equal to N2 by PC minus N2 by PI. Understand children? AP common and cancel. Now here PC is there, here PC is there. This PC I am sending that side and N2 I am bringing this side. Now observe carefully. N2 by Pi, this N2 by Pi comes to this side. N1 by PO is equal to N2 by PC, this N1 by PC. Now substitute values with sign convention. N2 by Pi. Pole to image is nothing but image distance. Image distance measuring from pole, compare with this incident ray. Incident ray also going in this direction. Both are in same direction. So V is positive. Plus N1 by PO. Pole to object, this distance is U. Pole to object U, measuring from pole, compare with the parallel incident ray, minus U. Plus into minus, I will write here, minus U is equal to N2 by pole to center of curvature. Pole to center of curvature is R. Measuring from pole, compare with the parallel incident ray, R. Minus N1 by PC, pole to center of curvature, R. Now N2 by V minus N1 by U is equal to, what is common here? R. N2 minus N1 by R. This is the formula to find image formed by curved surface. Very, very important, where N1 is refractive index of first medium, N2 is refractive index of second medium, R is radius of curvature, pole to center of curvature is radius, U is object distance, pole to object, V is pole to image distance. If you know this formula, any problem you can derive very easily. The values in the problem only, they will numerical only, they will give the values, so that refractive index has no units, whereas R is nothing but radius of curvature measured in centimeter or meter, object distance, image distance also measured in same centimeter or meter, total sign convention you do before doing the problem. Why? Because it is a general formula. Image formed by curved surface, whatever the curved surface, the formula is n2 by v minus n1 by u is equal to n2 minus n1 by r. Very, very important formula. To practice 2 to 3 times. All the best. God bless you. Well done.